for a change, we dodged a big one. The blizzard in the Northeast, though, is continuing to cause problems on the road, on the tracks, and in the air.
Those problems are trickling here to Cleveland, where passengers have been stranded at Hopkins International Airport as they try and reschedule flights. And just take a look at why. The snow is piled high, and the winds are continuing to create those drifting northeast United States snow problems in the U.S.
For more on how this blizzard is affecting local travel, let's head to News Channel 5's Paul Kiska, who spent the day at Hopkins International today. Paul, how are they doing out there?
Well, Alicia, let's start with some good news. I've got a couple of points. Look at this beautiful sunset on this frigid day here at Hopkins Airport. There hasn't been much to smile about. Wind chills down to the single digits. Also good news, if you're flying to O'Hare tonight, the big airport, Chicago, Atlanta, it's been smooth sailing. If you're headed east, as you know, for many travelers trying to get back home after the holiday, call it the nightmare after Christmas. A jet taking off, a rare sight and sound at Hopkins today, where dozens of flights were canceled before noon.
Norfolk's not canceled.
So many flights canceled, workers were shouting out which flights were not canceled. The East Coast blizzard left many passengers scratching their heads, seeing red on flight boards. Others dozed off, some even... The red jets show flights to Cleveland on this flight tracker. Notice the East Coast empty. And this huge 777, one of 4 international flights from Hong Kong, Shanghai, New Delhi, Stockholm, all bound for Newark, diverted to Cleveland, Continental's nearest East Coast hub, a hub that came in handy today. But the story heard over and over, last-minute cancellations.
My flight was on time up until I came here, and as soon as I walked in, my flight was canceled, so now I'm trying to rebook, hopefully by tomorrow.
I started out in Ontario, California, and then I went to Denver. And then from Denver, they sent me to Cleveland, and then I got stuck in Cleveland, and now they put me on a flight for this morning, and now it's looking like it's canceled as well.
All right, back live at Hopkins, where you can see the sun is setting on a long day. It's going to be another long night for a lot of travelers stuck at Hopkins. Many people got diverted here Sunday. They won't get flights out until Thursday because of this domino effect. A lot of backlogged flights that they have to make up for. 5 international flights now have landed in Cleveland. 2 more coming in tonight from New Delhi and Shanghai, because Newark will not open now for departures until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Reporting live from Hopkins, Paul Kiska, News Channel 5.
Troublesome times. Many thanks, Paul. Passengers looking to go by Greyhound bus also are seeing delays tonight. One man with whom we talked, Dave Maggio, is headed for New York. However, he had to wait a few extra hours.
Well, if you look at the weather, you can understand it. I'm not too terribly frustrated.
Maggio said he expected to make it in just after the midnight hour tonight.
Air passengers aren't the only ones getting stuck. Several subway trains were stranded in the blizzard in New York for several hours Sunday into today. One man pulled apart the doors of the A train to tell his story.
No heat.
Train, how long?
9 hours. No heat, no nothing. We're not going nowhere.
Was not happy. Most of the trains are back in service tonight, but are still behind schedule. And now for a look at if we'll see anything like what the Northeast is dealing with right now, let's check with Chief Meteorologist Mark Johnson. Please say no, Mark.
All right, a lot of folks watching us from the airport right now or have relatives they've kept at home. An extended holiday here in northern Ohio. Let's update those folks who want to know what's happening in the Northeast. Right now, the orange counties, practically the entire state of Maine, under a blizzard warning. That's the only blizzard warning we have left. Notice it's winter weather advisories now. New Hampshire into Massachusetts, down into Connecticut, and New York City is clearing out rather nicely. Still some gusty winds in this area. That's why the advisories will continue overnight tonight. But the blizzard is here, no longer in the major cities of the Northeast, but still going to take some time to clear that snow that's already fallen. For us, watch the snow fade out. Ooh, lake effect snow, boom. Pretty much going away. So we're just going to forecast some flurries through your evening hours.